On September 12, 2015, a decade ago as I'm making this video, Apple announced the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus that released on September 25, 2015 at price points of $650 and $750 off contract, all of iOS 9.0 at launch. The iPhone 6s's new features were 3D Touch, upgrade cameras, Touch ID 2.0, stronger 7000 series aluminum, a water-resistant seal, and 2 GB of RAM. I will now dive more in depth into each feature after I unbox iPhone 6s. So just to kind of demonstrate what the unboxing experience would be like, obviously this is going to be the most accurate representation. This right here is my boxed iPhone 6s, and as you can tell, this includes what states what it includes, which actually includes earpods, remember those, and lightning USB cable and USB power adapter, which that was a thing to actually include stuff in iPhone boxes back in the day. But right here is the actual iPhone itself, which this is my probably water damaged iPhone 6s. And right here, this is the Design by Apple in California pamphlet that you would also get, which just has basic, very limited manual and just information, and Apple stickers, which also don't come with iPhones anymore. And right here's the Lightning USB-A cable. This one I don't think is the original one that came with this phone, just because it's still wrapped in paper, which I don't believe Apple used back in 2015, but I could be wrong about that. Also doesn't fit fully into this box. And then this right here is a power adapter, which this did ship with the iPhone 6s. I can confirm that. And these right here are the earpods remote mic, which these did ship with the iPhone. 3D Touch is the ability to long press on items to reveal more options, as shown here with the camera app. Like, you can reveal a lot more options. This functionality still exists in iPhones today via haptic touch, but doesn't feel as good as 3D Touch in my opinion, alongside many others in the tech community. And 3D Touch also adds support for live wallpapers. That was killed with iOS 16 in 2022. As you can tell, here's one. And this is another live wallpaper that also animates. But this is actually the launch wallpaper for the Space Gray iPhone 6s. iPhone 6s also significantly improved both its front and rear cameras. They have a 5 megapixel front camera and the first 12 megapixel rear eyesight camera on an iPhone, compared to 1.2 megapixel and 8 megapixel rear cameras on the iPhone 6. I will now demonstrate the differences in camera quality between these two phones. Because the iPhone 6 was infamous for its bend gate scandal, especially the 6 Plus when it made units easy to bend, the iPhone 6s introduced a stronger 7000 series aluminum to rectify that issue. The 6s was also the first iPhone to offer rose gold alongside space gray, gold, and silver. The iPhone 6s was also the first iPhone to have a water resistant seal on the inside, although it's not rated for water resistance, and water tests have shown that the iPhone 6s can still get water damage really easily. The iPhone 6s is also the first iPhone to receive 2 GB in RAM, which not only improved performance over previous iPhones, but also led to the 6s receiving mainstream iOS updates for 7 years compared to the 5 years on the 6. This also led to the iPhone 6s being the oldest iPhone to support Fortnite when it released on iOS in 2017. In September 2016, Apple replaced the 16GB iPhone 6s with a 32GB variant. In January 2018, iPhone 6s is still running iOS 9, such as this unit I have here, began deactivating from Apple servers and were forced to update to iOS 11 through 15, depending on when they deactivated. The only reason why mine is still running iOS 9 is because it hasn't been connected to Wi-Fi until I jailbroke this and removed the setup.app file. So even if it deactivates from Apple servers, I can still use this without restoring that. In September 2018, Apple discontinued the iPhone 6s. In September 2022, Apple dropped the iPhone 6s from mainstream iOS support, leaving all units on iOS 15 being the longest supported iPhone alongside the iPhone XS and XR. However, the iPhone 6s did receive its latest security update, iOS 15.8.3, in March 2025, earlier this year. The iPhone 6s today is sadly now prone to overheating on iOS 15 because Apple poorly optimized it for this phone. I had heard of replacing their batteries, fixing the issue, but I don't feel like doing that for iPhones I scarcely use. However, you still collect iPhones to this day. You can easily find them for... I'll show you that on eBay right now. You can easily find them for around $30 to $80 on eBay in the United States. But did you own an iPhone 6S when it was current? Please comment that down below. Even though I never used an iPhone 6S nor a 6S Plus in my main phone, I purchased this unit on eBay in January 2021 for $65 running the then latest iOS 14, and I bought it because it was cheapest, likely due to this hideous discoloration on the back. I then used this phone to beta test iOS 15, which is why this unit still runs iOS 15.0 beta 1. As always, thank you all for watching this video. I'm the iTunes family, and peace out.